When buying a new car, reliability is one of the most important aspects of your purchasing decision. Unless you have buckets of money and are dropping big dollars on a luxury vehicle, you'd be happy to spend as little money as possible to keep your vehicle running during your ownership. And since this channel focuses mostly on Asian cars, I have good news for you. They continue to be the most reliable. This time we're going to Consumer Reports. They have just come out with the most reliable vehicles for 2022. Every year, Consumer Reports asks its members about problems they've had with their vehicles in the previous 12 months. This year, they've gathered data on over 300,000 vehicles from 2000 to 2022 and even a few 2023 model years, and addresses 17 trouble areas including engine, transmission, electronics, and more. And they use that information to give reliability ratings for every mainstream model. And I believe Consumer Reports has a lot more merit to their studies for reliability and other things over, let's say, JD Power. So let's get right into the meat and the potatoes here. Toyota is at the top, right there with Lexus. They're tied at number one, essentially. They both have a 72 reliability rating. And this doesn't really come as a surprise. Lexus is the luxury division of Toyota. So Toyota's at the top. Lexus should be there right with them. Other studies that say that Lexus and Toyota reliability are chasms apart doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They're very much the same company, the same ethos, the same parts in a lot of ways. So yeah, it makes sense that they're tied for number one or just tied for the same position essentially. Now, what makes me scratch my head when I see these results is when I see BMW at the top. Not that I doubt their reliability, but I know a lot of people do. It's the strangeness is that they've leapt 10 spots compared to last year. And if they're taking a sample size of vehicles over the last 22 years, how is that possible? Maybe it's because maybe their newest vehicles are more reliable, but it's like, 1 year reliability, can you really take that into consideration? It makes me question when you have these huge swings. Is it temporary? Probably. Mazda dropping 2 spots. Mazda continues to be pretty reliable overall as an automaker, and Honda staying put at number 5. So when we're looking at the top 5, 4 of them are Japanese. Okay, with Lexus and Toyota essentially being the same entity. We go over to Audi. Audi making a big swing, 5 spots up. Another German automaker, a luxury automaker here in the States like BMW, being in the top 6. Subaru fell 1 spot. Subarus are fairly reliable. Another Japanese automaker. Acura, Japanese automaker. And keep in mind, for Honda and Acura, almost all of their vehicles are built here in North America. And sold here. So North American reliability. Same thing with Toyota and Lexus. A massive portion of their vehicles, the volume of their sellers, are built here in North America. So certain vehicles like the 4Runner, like the GX for Lexus and Toyota definitely boost their reliability score, those old dinosaurs that are essentially indestructible. Kia, another Asian automaker from Korea, as you guys know, in the top 10, beating out their parent company Hyundai and even Genesis. We've seen Genesis into these reliability rankings before, at least on the JD Power end. And Lincoln, again, take that one with a grain of salt. How is a manufacturer able to jump 14 spots in a single year? Maybe they're pulling a lot of new users there, and maybe the new users are not having reliability issues they shouldn't in 1 year. So for Toyota, though, there are some highlights and lowlights. The Tundra is only Toyota to have below average reliability score due to leaks, problems with body hardware, paint, and trim. Keep in mind the Tundra is on an all-new platform. Everything about the vehicle is all new, so it doesn't surprise me. It's going to have some reliability issues for 2022. Lexus, on the other hand, all models have scored above average and well above average for reliability. Few changes since 2010. The GX is the most reliable Lexus this year. Mazda 3 has really good predicted reliability. CX-9, but the CX-9, rest in peace, it's going to be replaced by the CX-90. It's been announced that Mazda is going to reveal the CX-90 in January. Stay tuned, I will bring that to you guys. And the CX-30 also has above average. CX-5 above average, and Miata is well above average. On the Honda end, Passport, Accord Hybrid, and Civic are all above average. Quick timeout. I want to head over to Honda right now. If you guys wanted to screenshot this, here are the prices of the new Pilot. Of course, they've gone up. I believe $1,000 on the base trim, about $1,500 on the rest of the trims. The all new Trail Sport trim. is 48,000. Elite is going to get you over 50 grand, but when you add destination, Trail Sport's essentially 50K. Elite is going to be 53K. The biggest upgrade on this Pilot, yes, they have a new engine, so it's only 5 more horsepower, but they get the 10-speed auto, which is going to be a much better transmission than the outgoing 9 speeds. Which category of vehicles are the most and least reliable? This is pretty entertaining. Hybrid cars overall are the most reliable vehicles out there. Some people like the old thinking of, oh, it has a battery, there's motors, there's more electronics. With all these added things, it's going to hinder the reliability. In fact, the complete opposite is true. Even though there's more tech, there's two systems working together, they form a stronger bond than one system on its own. So hybrid cars are the most reliable vehicles overall that you can buy. Now, don't just paint every hybrid car as reliable. There are hybrid cars from pretty much every single manufacturer, and some are more reliable than others. So definitely do your research. But as a total, hybrids are super reliable, which brings up the new Prius coming out. Very excited for the new Prius. Sports cars are very reliable as well. People tend to not put as many miles on them. And they're built pretty sturdily. So it doesn't really surprise me there. Hybrid SUVs, again, with hybrid cars, 2 is better than 1 in that theory, and they're able to have a very high reliability rating. Large mid-sized cars, so sedans, are fairly reliable. Compact pickup trucks, so this is going to be the Tacoma, the Ranger, the Colorado, stuff like that, the Frontier. I know the Frontier and the Tacoma have pretty solid reliability ratings. I can't talk for the domestics because I really don't cover them on the channel. But I have heard the Mavericks hybrids reliability is really strong for a new vehicle. Subcompact SUVs are pretty high as well, which is good because they're going to be one of the more affordable vehicles on this list, or at least affordable categories. Luxury compact SUVs, luxury compact cars, 7, 8, 9 are all luxuries, are going to be fairly reliable. But what's at the bottom, right? What's at the bottom of this list? Full-size pickup trucks. Doesn't surprise me. With the amount of sheer customization, different variations of pickup trucks, you're going to have issues, and just the sheer volume pumped out. I mean, I know the Tundra is not helping this because, like we already talked about, its first year manufacturing is not up to par where it will be in the following years. But yes, the big three pumping out sheer volume with full-size pickup trucks doesn't surprise me. Electric vehicles. Everyone says, hey, electric vehicles should be the most reliable because they're the simplest. But the problem is that they're still new. They're still very green. They're a little wet behind the ears still, so there's a lot of technology also people are baking into them and maybe screwing up some of those reliability ratings when it comes to infotainment, stuff like that. And we know Tesla's dinged pretty hard here when it comes to build quality as well. Going over to USA Today, they have all the brands outside of the top 10 that we didn't really talk about too much. So if you guys want to see here, Benz is down at the bottom, Jeep's at the bottom. Stellantis is pretty much getting hit hard with Ram being the highest ranked out of them. Nissan, unfortunately, pretty far down. Volvo down there as well. Outside of the top 10 and the top 15, Hyundai has slipped a little bit. Again, I like this because Hyundai and Genesis should be very close in reliability. Also to Kia as well. And they're not that far away because they share a lot of the same parts and engines, etc. What are the least reliable car models? Jeep Wrangler, Mercedes-Benz GLE, Gladiator, Silverado, Chevy Bolt, Ford Explorer, Nissan Sentra, Lincoln Aviator, Kona Electric, and F-150 Hybrid, which goes to say that not all hybrids are reliable. It's just on average, they're more reliable than anything else. What are the most reliable car models? Let's go. Here's the Corolla Hybrid, the Lexus GX, the Mini Cooper. I don't believe that one. That's one of the most unbelievable things I see on this list. Mini Cooper more reliable than a Prius. I'm not buying it. Mini Cooper more reliable than a Miata. Not buying a Lincoln Corsair in the top 10. I don't know about that one, but I could be convinced, I guess. Toyota Corolla up there, Subaru Crosstrek, BMW 3 Series, and the Prius Prime rounds out the top 10 for most reliable vehicles. No Honda in there, no Acura, no Nissan, no Korean cars, so no Kia, no Hyundai in there either. But what was the most surprising aspect for reliability for you guys today? Was it BMW up there in the top 3? Was it Lincoln as well, jumping like 14 spots to crack the top 10? I'll see you down below. Which cars do you think are more reliable? And which brands have you had the best and worst experiences with throughout your years of ownership? If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more industry news updates, especially on the Japanese and Korean end. I think I had a dream last night that I was going to start covering German vehicles as well. We'll see. It's not out of the equation. Don't know why I would have dreamt it. Maybe it was a peek into the future. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves.